we really started as a product development and surface analysis laboratory really working in two areas. One, helping clients understand how best to prepare or clean surfaces, right? Should I use a plasma? Should I use a laser? Oh, I'm interested in this new coating, right? How do I evaluate this well? I'm a consumer products company that sells glue in Home Depot, and I want to make sure before I slap the cartoon image of an ape onto the bottle, that this wood glue performs just as good as Elmer's, as an example. So we were doing a lot of that kind of work. We were also solving a lot of problems. One of the things that we learned through kind of the first 20 years of doing that work is that 90% of the adhesion, coating, and sealing failure that we see, 90% of it is driven from an issue with surface preparation. Right. And I'm using the term surface preparation on purpose. I mean, you can think of that as precision cleaning. You can think of that as laser ablation. You can think of that as sanding. I mean, you could think of that as grit blasting. I mean, there are various tools in the toolkit for preparing surfaces. But 90% of the issues that we saw were driven from that. And we got involved in a program called the Composites Affordability Initiative in the late 90s, early 2000s. And that was a DoD-funded program looking at why isn't the aerospace industry using more composites, carbon fiber, basically. And one of the answers is that nobody trusted bonding, right? I can't bond up a 777X wing and bend every single one to failure to see if it's going to work or not. So we have to take a systems engineering approach, right? And there's three key inputs. If I want a reliable coating, a reliable bond, reliable seal, there's three key inputs to this. One is the chemistry of what I'm applying to the surface. The second is the way I'm applying it to the surface, cure time, thickness, spray pattern, whatever that is. And then the third thing is the chemistry of the surface I'm applying it to. And as a general statement, manufacturing has a good handle on the first two things, right? But we have no data on the third. And so we were subcontracted to create the first handheld contact angle instrumentation that could come out of the lab and go to where things are happening. And that is on the factory floor, right? On real parts. So we developed that about 10 years ago. And since then, we've expanded that line to provide software, hardware, and consulting while maintaining that full surface analysis laboratory to be able to build deeper pictures when we need to, right? Find out exactly like what is there, how do I deal with it? So our roots are in the aerospace industry. We've developed this instrument, we patented it, and we originally deployed it on the F-35, which was a huge success, and it's used by over 450 of the world's leading manufacturers today, right? Many of these brands you will recognize. Anyone who needs to apply data to a surface critical process typically has use for something like this.